How's it going, everybody? I'm Slav-in-a-tor-ski, and this is an Imperial shuttle. So the minute I saw this come out with Micro Galaxy Squadrons, I thought it was cool. I had to have it. It's one of the coolest looking ships from Star Wars, I think, for just the transport. I mean, it's a very iconic design. But here we have everything else in the line. A-wings, interceptors, bombers, just the whole nine. I think I've picked up pretty much everything in this line so far for this series. But you have a card you can cut out if you want to save that. It tells you everything here. So the wings move, you can put the guys inside here. The Emperor sits in the back. It'll sit up to 7 figures. The little laser cannon in the back goes back and forth. Landing gear, laser cannons on the front go up and down. You have the shuttle bay, it looks like, and it's showing some sort of locking button. And I believe I got this off either Amazon or Walmart. I cannot remember at this point. My memory is failing me when it comes to that. So let me go ahead and pop this open with my handy knife. So this way, go ahead. Now some of these, like this one, are some construction required. As you can see, other than just seeing my giant knuckle. They do come with some really cool dioramas. Like this one comes with the Death Star diorama. That's kind of cool, I think. So I like to save some of those. Not all of them, but I'll save some of them. And I'll get rid of that box. So here, I'll go ahead and pull out the microfigs. It looks like there's a strap holding it down. I think it's just one though. The strap's in there good, isn't it? So let's go ahead and, oops, we'll cut that. All right, so strap is cut. Get the shuttle out of there. Get rid of that plastic. Get rid of that little piece of plastic. Move that down for you. So something's missing, right? We have the upper wing right here. And the 2 side wings are here and here. We'll get rid of this plastic. So we'll start with the one I know where it goes. The upper wing. So you can see how there's 2 little cutout holes. And then here there's 2 cylinders. That should fit right in. Like so. And yes, some of these you have to muscle them a little bit. Let's see, then we've got the locking wings. So I'm pretty sure these are supposed to go in a very particular way. Because you want it to be when they're up, they're up. So those lock in like that. And like that. You see it's just got a little bit of a gap. There we go. I think it locked in. That last one's just not wanting to quite snap in, but that's good enough. Some of these, they're just slightly off. There's probably a little bit of plastic I need to shave off on it or something. But anyways, there we go. So now we've got the Lambda shuttle, which is the Imperial transport shuttle. Looks really cool. So your blaster cannons here rotate up and down. You got the other laser cannons here, which you don't realize this thing's actually pretty heavily armed for a shuttle. Those are in there. It looks like that piece went on there and it's kind of locked in. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, which is really neat, I didn't realize that, but they actually move together. So when you move one, the other one goes too, which is actually really stinking cool, I think. Sorry, dog hair. Come around. You got a little bit of painting on here for the engines. You got this cannon, which will move left and right. It doesn't go too far, so I'm not going to force it because I don't want to break it. Then you have the landing gear, which comes out and locks. This is a button for something. I don't know what that button's for, but it's for something. Let's see. And then you can lift this up to look in the cockpit. So you have 2 people to ride. Actually, there's 2 in the back too. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 passengers, 2 pilots. The 2 other passengers are in the back there. It doesn't really want to latch back down, does it? And then, how does the rest of this? So I feel like you're supposed to be able to see in the back there. There it goes. So that comes off. And then you can see in the back, so there's more passenger slots. And then, of course, the Emperor sits on his throne, because that's what the Emperor does. And you've got the entryway, things like that, before they would get up here. So it's actually pretty darn cool. And then here would be the loading ramp. So when it's down, the loading ramp would come down and allow the Emperor to come off of it. Like I said, pretty darn cool. That just did something. Huh. It's like an automated ramp closer. That's interesting. Different. But pretty darn cool. And I will go ahead and put this back on. Just to hopefully show it's not too bad to put that back on there. I can already see it's a little bit of a doozy. Let's get that out of the way. I mean, I know it's not the tightest fit. There we go. You get in there, you get in there, close. And then you are supposed to close here. It just does not want to close on there, does it? There we go. Like I said before, you got to force it a little sometimes. And there you go. That is the Imperial Shuttle, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Now let me get these out again, because I feel like there should be landing gear in the nose somewhere. But there's not. So I want to take a look at these bad boys. Let's get a little bit more light onto this. Just realized I got a red light pointing on them, and these guys are bright red, so you're not going to be able to see anything. So Palpatine and Royal Guards. So that's Palpatine. That's pretty good paint app considering how tiny he is. So put him in the throne, he's going to have to sit like that. And then you have the Imperial Guards. So to sit them in the throne, you would have to do that too, but they look pretty good. They're exactly the same. So I think for them, I don't know if they're actually going to fit in those seats, to be honest with you. You probably need more microfigs, like stormtroopers and stuff. Well, not too bad. He's kind of leaned back and relaxing. Let's go ahead and get the other one in there. It's the best way I can do it so I don't get lost, because these little things will get sucked up in a vacuum, eaten by the dog or cat. Stepped on my foot and then absorbed by it for some reason. There we go. Scoot them up a bit so they're actually sitting, so those look pretty good that way. And then what we'll do is we'll put the Emperor on his throne, because that's where he belongs. wonder how easy that is to pull back out after you put it in. And when that upper wing's in there, it's in there. So if you're going to pose things inside of this, I suggest maybe before you put the wing on, like I did, pose your guys inside of it, just because it'd be a little bit less of a hassle. There we go. Now the Emperor's on his throne doing his thing in there. And there's still spots for other people to sit. So we'll close this back up. I'll get used to it eventually. Well, to be honest, I'm probably not going to open it up too much more after that, because I got them all placed where I want them. They're all in there. The cool thing is you can actually see them through that cockpit. So it looks really neat. Very, very minor brushing on here. You could probably do maybe with some dry wash. Some like dry black wash, maybe around beginning of the wings. Highlight the little orifices and the little lines and stuff on it with some just really easy black wash on there. That would really make it look more used and old. And then maybe go a little heavier back by the engines where, you know, scoring and burning and stuff. But all in all, this is easily one of my favorite ships that they've released. I've loved this since I've seen it. I think Return of the Jedi is when I really started liking this ship. It's just cool as heck. And yeah, I like this. So if you can get your hands on one, especially if you can get one on for a sale, which you can find sales on Micro Galaxy Squadrons all the time, I highly suggest you do it. They are worth it, especially this one. But that is all I have for today. It doesn't want to sit up straight, does it? Stay. Maybe you have to drop that down and it acts like a, yeah, that acts like a landing pad. So just do that way. Again, I hope you like this. If you want to see other ships with this, let me grab some for you. So here's Boba Fett's ship. Here is an X-Wing back here. Here is a Y-Wing. A-Wing, not Y-Wing, sorry. Here is a Y-Wing. So you get an idea of the difference between like shuttles and fighters and stuff like that. Here's the N1 from Mando. Honestly, if I was cruising around, I'd want to cruise around in this. It's just much more comfortable. I've always wondered, like in these fighters, like that one, I mean, Boba Fett's probably pretty cushion, that thing. But in those fighters like these, if you got to go to the bathroom, what are you doing? Are you just go in your pants, clean it up later? I always wondered about that because I wonder about silly things like that. But very, very curious. At least in this, I'm sure this has a bathroom. All right, silliness aside, I really like this ship. So if you guys can get one, get your hands on one. But that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for sticking with me.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it and look forward to any future content I have coming. As usual, a like is always super appreciated. Subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Share this video with any of your friends or groups that you think may enjoy it. And let's talk down in the comments section. I always enjoy hearing from you. If you would like to interact more with the channel, you can find me at my socials on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I post any contest entries and reference codes for contests I enter on Twitter, so that's another reason to check it out. I also have a TikTok account I created where I upload tease videos for upcoming YouTube videos as well as shorts. I am also getting back into gaming content on the Xbox Series X, and I'm looking to start doing streams again on Twitch, which I'll upload to YouTube later. Thanks again for stopping by, and I hope to see you again next time.